Welcome back to another broadcast here on Rio Sports as we are coming to you from Sam Stadium in Brownsville, Texas for a little Thursday night football as the Lopez Lobos are at home to take on the Gruya Gators as it's a cloudy, overcast, in some cases rainy condition night. But right now we are anticipating around a 7:20 kickoff here between these two teams. Originally scheduled for 7 o'clock. I'm Joe Bowling with you here on Rio Sports. As always, in conjunction with BISD and their television production crew. Always a pleasure to be sitting in this spot. Place I'll be here tonight and tomorrow night when Harlingen South comes to town. But tonight it's all eyes on the Lobos of Brownsville veterans and the Gators of Gruya. Welcome to our pregame show brought to you by Pronto Insurance. Also brought to you by Josh Moody Loans, the City of South Padre, the EDC of San Benito, and Luke Fruya Motors. Just some of the sponsors here that are assisting us in bringing you carriage of these games. Again, BISD with the camera work. They always do a terrific job here, and I get the best seat in the house when I'm going to a press box anywhere. And that is my spot in the normal place, just left of the 50-yard line, staring out from the home side here at Sam Stadium. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you close to the kickoff. Those of you just joining us, you haven't missed a thing. It was a 7 o'clock scheduled start. Lightning in the area said we'll pause it for just a little bit. Hopefully that lightning and rain and all of that fun stuff is off to the races and gone and away from here. If not, we'll be here for a long time tonight. Kickoff and more on the pregame show coming up right after this.
Sun rises and sun sets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
We're the St. Joe Bloodhound Cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live!
Baby, just listen to me.
Escucha.
Do everything with speed.
Prontísimo.
Out of home business or
Flexible.
insurance for all your
Barato.
needs. You say you just got a new boat. Come on by and we'll give you a free quote.
Prontísimo.
Okay, who's singing? Muriel. Hello?
Accesible.
I'm out.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
We are the Border Cowgirls, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Yeehaw!
Ibanez Tortilleria, serving up freshly made in-house corn and flour tortillas since 1994. Try our delicious menudo, tasty barbacoa, fresh tamales, tacos, pareadas with juicy grilled chicken, and tender fajitas. On Mondays, buy one barbacoa taco and get one free if you mention that you're a Bloodhound fan. Located at 4726 Paredes Line Road, Brownsville, Texas. Open every day at 6:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. To order, contact 956-541-9594.
We're the San Bernardino Lady Trojans, and you're watching Real Sports.
Back here as we continue on a few minutes before the opening kickoff of this. Teams making their way out towards the field. We'll have the playing of the school songs, and we'll have the playing of the national anthem. Those that are joining us, yes, there is a 50% rain straight across the board for rain in the area, and that includes rain in the form of thunderstorms. And so even though it may not be raining here or even in the midst of a thunderstorm, should that lightning strike anywhere close to the facility, that'll put us on a delay. We do have delays in certain games, such as the game at Mission. The game at Roma was delayed. The game at Edinburgh was delayed. And even our middle school coverage over at Brownsville St. Joseph was delayed for a bit. This one was scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. Here we are at 7:09. And we, again, were told it was going to be around a 7:15 to a 7:20 kickoff for tonight's game between the Gruya Gators and the Brownsville Lopez Lobos. Appreciate you tuning in wherever you may be. If you're watching on our social media, please share the link on our Facebook side of things. Always share and follow the page, if you will. Like and follow the page. Our services are free of charge here on Real Sports. We don't charge what we do. We don't charge the schools. We don't charge fans to watch it. And so therefore, everything that we do to get our crews in position to broadcast the games is reliant 100% on the marketing dollars from the advertisers that you see within our broadcast. across the board. One of those marketing partners is Brownsville ISD, which has been with us for a couple of years now, and being on the marketing side of showcasing their schools with advertisements throughout our broadcast, not just here at Sam Stadium, but across the board on all of our broadcasts. You see the Gators there on your screen. They're over on the left side in the south end zone. No wind blowing here at the field. If they elevated the camera just a bit, you would see there's a ton of rain out to the west. Just a little southwest of here, but it's well west. And that cell missed us by a wide shot. The wind that is blowing at the top part of the stadium is showing it's coming from the east to the west, and so therefore our position where the cameras are facing, we're not going to see anything that comes from behind us. So anything should blow in. We're going to be caught in as much surprise as anyone else. Again, we're on our pregame show, which we'll take another break. When we get back, we'll get you close to the kickoff of this one. Lobos and Gators. This is Real Sports Live.
Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Gruya, we're what's next now.
We are the Westaco Lady Panthers, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Yeah!
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are the Grulla Lady Raiders, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Yeah!
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Yeah!
A world of opportunity awaits students on their unique path to college acceptance and career readiness. The path to college starts on day one in Los Fresnos, a path that starts with a solid foundation rooted in the classroom by exceptional educators. The path to college starts in Los Fresnos. Los Fresnos CISD. What we do here shapes the world.
Brownsville Lopez school song played. We'll let you hear the band. And there's your Brownsville Lopez school song. We'll have the playing of the national anthem, then the kickoff. It's all coming up. You're on the pregame show here from Sam Stadium. I'm Joe Bowling with you, and this is Rio Sports Live.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
We're the Pace Lady Vikings, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
We're excited to welcome all of our BIC family back, students, and staff. Not only did our staff rise to the challenge of the pandemic, but exceeded expectations to bring our students back face-to-face for instruction. Our theme for this year is to engage, empower, and excel. Our number one priority is still the safety and security of our students and staff. As the largest district in the Valley, it is our responsibility to lead by example. That is why Brownsville ISD is the best choice.
We're the Edinburgh Lady Bobcats, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Woo!
For quality care, contact Mesquite Home Health and Attendant Services today. In Brownsville at 594 Jose Marti Boulevard. Call today, 956-361-5558.
We here at Mesquite want to wish all local athletes good luck in today's game.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Hawks up!
Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome again once to another broadcast here on Real Sports from Sam Stadium on a Thursday night tonight here in Brownsville, Texas. Rain in the forecast, but I just got a message. Thank you, Mr. Ken Martin, saying that the radar looks like Brownsville is in the clear for the rest of the evening, and that means we are set for some high school football between the Gruya Gators and the Brownsville Lopez Lobos. Gators make their way on the field first. They'll be the first to head to the sidelines. Over on the far side of the field, a few fans made the trip across from Starr County. So that means those fans that are watching this game, if you would, please share the link, help get the word out to other fans. Oftentimes, many fans can't make trips to these distance games in the middle of the week. As you see the Lopez Lobos come into your screen, they make their way onto the field as well. And by the sound of the crowd tonight, you can hear that below us here on the home side that they brought plenty here tonight to root on their Lobos for this home game. Anyway, getting back to sharing the link, it is important. It helps get the word out to fans that don't make the trip across. And it is many, many times that we get thank yous from fans out of town who not only are out of the Gruya area, but further out of the state in some cases, out of the country, who get a link shared that, hey, you get a chance to watch this game, and we get thank yous across the board because of fans sharing the links to people that didn't know the game was going on. So I ask that, please, if you will, regardless of what you're watching on the platforms tonight of YouTube or on Facebook, pass the word along. We're also testing in the background on our Roku channel. We got really close to launching that this week, and I would anticipate that by Tuesday of next week, we'll be unveiling the ability to offer that platform of 24-hour, 7-day-a-week coverage of our Rio Sports Network, which is a multitude of channels that we are developing on the backside of what we were doing with all the streaming. So I wanted to build it from day one, and indeed it is ready to go. The Lobos will be in the dark uniforms, and they'll be going left to right. They'll also be receiving the opening kickoff to start this ball game. And the Gruya Gators will be kicking off. Again, on the field itself, not much of a wind at all into play. So the kick is a booming kick back inside the 5-yard line, back across the 5 to the 6 to the 10. Left side of the field to the 20, 25-yard line, 30-yard line. And really running into his own man is Emiliano Garcia, the senior. Hard running on the return, and the Gruya Gator defense comes out, and the Lobos offense onto the field for the first time on the night. Lobos starting a drive. They'll mark the ball down at the 32-yard line. Quarterback to start the game, Jacob Cortinas is a senior. And the first down play coming up here for the Lobos. Man in motion, goes left to right. They'll hand it off to the tailback, running hard across the 35 to 37, 39-yard line. Good carry on first down by the Lobos. Toting the football for the first time of the night is Eddie Slovak, the sophomore running back. And he'll be marked down, but after a 7-yard gain. So it brings up 2nd and 3. Lobos on the field for the first time of the night. Second down play, they'll swing a pass. Left side, that's caught. Receiver gets some blocks, gets across the 50-yard line into Gruya territory. Still on his feet inside the 45. Good return, or yards after the catch. Out there on that left side for the Lopez Lobos as Gabriel Rios was able to make the catch. And so the Lobos are moving the football here out of the gate. Cortinas, that is, 1 of 1 in the passing game. Hands it off. They'll run it up the middle. Strong running again down to around the 36-yard line of the Gruya Gators. Slovak's second carry of the night. Gets another 6. He's got 2 carries now for 13 yards in the ball game. We're just underway in the first quarter with 10:39 to go in the first quarter of play. The ball already at the Gruya Gator 38. On the first possession, the Lobos are looking strong. Second down play. Handoff off left tackle, spinning forward. That's not going to get the first down. Getting to the 35-yard line, it was Slovak again. Gain a yard and a half, call it 2. Third down and a long 2, call it 3 yards to go. If you're looking for the yard to attain, get it inside the 34. You got a measurement. You get to the 33, you got a first down for certain for the Lobos. Couple of minutes gone here in the first quarter. Lobos on the drive. Man in motion, and they'll hand it off. Slovak, there's a penalty flag on the play. Now Slovak is brought down close to the first down mark, but the flag came over from the sideline where the Lopez Lobos team is standing, and here comes the call.
Offside, number 51, defense, 5-yard penalty. We'll go for the first down.
So that's enough for a first down, and that will move the chains. Greetings to Martha Velez watching the game from Houston, Texas. Thanks for tuning in here on Real Sports. New set of downs for the Lopez Lobos. That was the first penalty of the game for either team, as the Gruya Gators were offsides on the play. So the drive continues for the Lopez Lobos. First down, Cortinas, as the quarterback, looks to the sideline. Has 2 receivers over on the short side of the field. That's the left side. And then out wide right stands Pablo Lopez. Quarterback pitches it. Running hard right side. That is shut down by the Gators. Big defensive play. First big hit made by the Gators. And this time in the presence of Victor Hernandez, who shut down that sweep. Julio Campion was the ball carrier. First touch for him, and he's looking back like, hey, where's all those open holes I saw when Slovak was running the ball? Nothing doing there. Brings up second down. They'll pitch it left-hand side. That's a pass caught. Receiver gets a block, and then that's covered up quickly as the Gators recover on the defensive side. Blue Salinas over there fought through the block. Gain of about 4. Rios on the catch. say that was Salinas. That might have been Jason Venecia. We'll check that number here in a bit. Third down play for the Lopez Lobos. It's a long 7 yards to go. Empty backfield now for Cortinas. Drops back to throw, looking, pressure. He's going to run. Now he looks. Now he delivers a pass in the end zone. Man is there, and it's incomplete. Cortinas had a chance. He bought some time scrambling out of the pocket and allowed the receiver to get in the corner of the end zone and just missed him, overthrowing. And an incomplete pass stops the clock with 8:06 to go. It also brings up a decision time for the Lopez Lobos. We're now facing a 4th down and 7. Ball at the 29-yard line of the Gruya Gators on the opening drive of the ball game. Lobos appear to keep the offense on the field. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field, right side. Cortinas wants to throw. This is the 4th down attempt on a conversion. Pass is tipped and incomplete. At the 15-yard line, climbing the ladder, the receiver trying to make a catch was Rios. Got his hands on it, just couldn't hang on, and so the Gruya Gator offense will head to the field. Defense gets a stop. We'll be right back with their drive after this.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Back here, we're ready to go. Gruya Gators on the first down play will run the ball. Right-hand side, a lot of room. Out across the 40-yard line, up into it, but that's a 12-yard gain on a first down carry for Jason Vega. Vega was tackled in the secondary. It took a safety to bring him down. That's going to be a 13-yard gain on the first carry of the night for Vega. After getting a stop on the defensive end, the Gruya Gators with the offense on the field. Ball out across their 40-yard line. Andrew Sanchez, the quarterback. Sanchez hands the ball off. No, keeps it on a read. Fumbles the ball, but he gets back on it, but loses precious yardage there. That was a read for Sanchez, and he stuck it in the gut of Jason Vega. Vega felt it long enough to say, I guess I should take this handoff, and then Sanchez tried to pull it back out. And a loss on the play back inside the 40-yard line. So that's a loss of 5 on the play. It's second down. 15 yards to go for the Gruya Gators with 7:09 to go in this first quarter of play. Sanchez, 4 receiver set, now empties the backfield as Vega shifts out. Looks to throw, pressure coming. Down he goes, a sack about the 26. Lopez Lobos, Emiliano Garcia with the sack. And that's a loss of 11 more yards. And now if you're putting it in perspective, they're going to have the ball at the line of scrimmage at the 28 of the Gruya Gators. They've got to get it to the 47 of the Lopez Lobos to get a first down. Definition of third and forever. Sanchez takes a snap, hands it off. They'll run it right side, trying to get to the line of scrimmage, but he won't get there. Now he has something. He stays on his feet. This is Vega. Tracked down again, and the Lopez Lobos finally bring him down. That's a lot of running for a loss of 5.
Number 21, Jason Decker, the ball carrier. Stop was made by number 99, Ozzy Castro.
So a drive that looks promising for the Gruya Gators.
4th down for the Gators.
Goes in a negative direction. 4th down all the way back to the 20-yard line. You see on the replay, it looked like they were going to whistle it there. It didn't. And so this yardage is all a continuation of trying to gain yards, and thus, even though he went backwards, he lost more yards, and that's where the tackle was made. Punting time for the Gruya Gators. Lopez should get good field position. The return man stands at the 50. Gators on a rugby-style punt will kick it away. It's end over end, a short kick. Goes out of bounds in Gator territory all the way at the 34, maybe even inside that. So on the exchange, The Lopez Lobos will have terrific field position. They're going to mark the ball down right at the 33 on the second time that the Lobos will make their way on the field. 33 of their opponent, that is. Field position on the exchange. Advantage now, Jacob Cortinas and the Lopez Lobos offense. Cortinas sends a man in motion. Hands the ball off up the middle at Slovak. Slovak tripped up as he gets inside to 30. That's about a 5.5-yard gain. He's got 4 carries now for 20 yards. That's right at 5 yards a carry, and that's what he'll get credited for there. Ball just inside the 30. 5 minutes to go and counting here in the first quarter of play. On a Thursday night in Brownsville at Sam Stadium. Tomorrow night we're back here as well. Talk about that game in a minute. Slovak has met at the line of scrimmage and brought down. First guy in there for the Gruya Gators was Austin Castillo. And Slovak was spotted at getting back to the line of scrimmage. And now it's 3rd and 5 for the Lobos. 4:21 to go. Lopez with the football. Gruya on the defensive end. Pressure coming. They'll pass it right-hand side. That's caught. And now inside the 20, down to the 20-yard line, to the 15-yard line. First down for the Lopez Lobos. Catch was made by Lopez. And for Pablo Lopez, that'll be his first catch of the night. Meanwhile, Cortinas is now 3 of 4 in the passing game. Check that, 3 of 5 in the passing game. Cortinas going to pass. Has some time, waits, scans the field. Here comes some pressure now. Stiff arms a man, spins away from a tackler, and then is finally out of bounds. Good containment that time by the Gruya Gators. And Cortinas loses a yard on the play. It's 2nd and a short 11 as we're inside 4 minutes to go. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be. If you're on the YouTube channel, give me a shout out where you're watching the game from. That's always neat to see how far the reach is on the games. Whistle blows there as that pass is caught. Rios another catch. And for Gabriel Rios, he's now got 3 catches in the ball game for 29 yards. Meanwhile, Cortinas is 4 of 6 for 39 yards in the passing game. Out of bounds on the tackle, so 3:54 remaining here in this first quarter of play. Cortinas sends a man in motion. He'll pitch it on the jet sweep right side, trying to turn it in, and that is shut down out right at the 10-yard line.
Stop was made by number 8, Victor Hernandez.
Carry that time by Alan Chavez. He's a junior. And so the Lobos will face another 4th down. 4th and 3. And they leave the offense on the field. Cortinas hands it on. Oh, he keeps it. Slings a pass left side. That's caught. First down inside the 10. Down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal coming up for the Lobos. Lopez on the catch. For Pablo, his 2nd catch of the night. Watch on the replay screen on the left side. You'll see the quarterback did a good job of buying time. And the receiver ran a perfect route to be squared up in position to take that pass. 1st and goal for the Lopez Lobos. Ball at the 7. Cortinas sends a man in motion. Hands it off on a jet sweep right side, trying to get to the corner. They will dive to the 5-yard line, but that's it as Chavez is brought down. Good tackle that time by Omar De La Garza. De La Garza was stringing that play out. Caught that. They're watching from San Antonio. Thanks for tuning in. Donnie Bazan checking in and watching the Gators. 2:28 to go. Another jet sweep right side. This time it's going to be Kumian on the carry. Gets down to around the 2. Pompion, second carry of the night. Marked down at the 2, so it's third down and goal with 2 minutes and counting here in the first quarter. Third and goal for the Lopez Lobos. Cortinas has Slovak to his left-hand side. Sends a man in motion. Hands it off. It's Slovak up the middle. Touchdown, Lopez Lobos. Eddie Slovak on the carry. Takes it in from 2. And Lopez is on top here, 6-0. Capping off a short drive and punching it in the end zone for the score. Watch on our Josh Moody replay screen. And you'll see the hole open up for Slovak. And he walks it in for the score. Extra point coming up for Lopez. Good snap, ball down, kick is away, and it is good. 7-0 to score. Lopez on top, minute 46 to go. Kickoff coming up. Gators get the ball after this.
Hija, tomorrow's your quinceañera. I need you to call your padrinos and tell them thank you for the salon, the tamales, the dress, el DJ.
Ay, Ama, you called them. I didn't even want a quinceañera in the first place. I would have preferred to have gone to Paris instead.
I will, fine. I'm gonna give you your surprise gift early.
Huh?
Guess what? You're going to Paris.
How?
Well, I've been saving mucho dinero all year in insurance thanks to Pronto Insurance.
Let's just get the quinceañera and go straight to Paris.
Call your padrinos right now.
Okay.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
We are the Edinburgh North Lady Cougars, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children.
One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
Back here as we're ready for the kickoff. The Lopez Lobos here at Sam Stadium. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be. Those watching on the big screens down below here at the stadium. Give a shout out in that direction. The popcorn was once again great. Here come the Gators on the kick return. Out across the 20 to 25 to the 30. And right about the 35-yard line is where the Gruya Gators will bring the offense onto the field. Trailing now 7-0 with 1:35 to go in the first quarter of play. You see the scoreboard up there by the BISD. 1:35 to go. Gators on the offense for the second time now. Earlier, they had a promising drive, but it went negative. After multiple losses in a row after moving the ball against the Lobos. First down play. They'll run it. And here's yardage gained out across the 45-yard line. Big hitting going on. But also strong running by Jason Vega. Vega will gain 13 more. He's got 3 carries for 21 yards. As the Gators have the ball at the 47, their own 47. Up to the line is Sanchez. 3 receivers over there on the right side as he spreads the field with the ball in the middle of the field. He'll keep it on a read, and right up the middle, he's in the secondary. Tripped up, but not before he gets to the 39-yard line. Good running that time by Sanchez. Andrew Sanchez. Watch on the right side of your screen. As you'll see this play develop. It all starts with the read by the quarterback. Look at the blocking up front. You start seeing guys having to make tackles from that far back in the secondary. Trouble for the defense. Pass play this time, right side, it's caught. Nice job by the receiver to get some yards after the catch, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Beautiful move by Robert De La Garza after reeling in that catch. That's good enough for a 12-yard gain. Ball moves further down. Sanchez on the completed pass. This time he'll set him down. We're under a minute to go, 48 seconds left here in this first quarter of play. Sanchez with a high snap, going to keep it on himself, takes it left-hand side, dives inside, now he bangs it outside. He's down to the 10, down to the 5, he is in, touchdown, Gruya Gators. Great effort that time by Andrew Sanchez. Watch on the replay. Watch him use the block there and then bounce it outside and then just outrun everybody to the corner, stretches the ball out, and Andrew Sanchez has the Gators within a point of tying this one up with 39 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Extra point is away, and it is good. All tied up. Kickoff coming up. Lobos and Gators at 7 apiece.
Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Gruya, we're what's next now.
Ibanez Tortilleria, serving up freshly made in-house corn and flour tortillas since 1994. Try our delicious menudo, tasty barbacoa, fresh tamales, tacos, pareadas with juicy grilled chicken, and tender fajitas. On Mondays, buy one barbacoa taco and get one free if you mention it. Located at 4726 Paredes Line Road, Brownsville, Texas. Open every day at 6:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. To order, contact 956-541-9594.
Hey, you're watching this game and you're in Brownsville, Texas. Make a trip out to Ibanez. They're open 7 days a week. Those tortillas are homemade. Everything in the house is made right there in-house. We ran our cameras where we were making those commercials. They were making tamales that day. They had barbacoa. They were putting together the tortillas made daily. Ibanez in Brownsville. Make sure you get a trip out there. 7 days a week they're open. The chicken, if you're looking for some chicken, man, the chicken coming off the grill there was just delicious. Ibanez, one of our marketing partners here on Real Sports Live, but this is a little extra, a Joe Bowling special, if you will, because the food is terrific. Kickoff by the Gators. Lobos let it bounce, and now they'll pick it up at the 10 to the 15, out across the 20. Up into the 22-yard line. And so each team has scored. Still 34 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lopez, which has a total of 70 yards of offense so far tonight. 24 of that on the ground, 46 through the air. And this is the third time we'll see the offense out there on the field. If you haven't been to Sam Stadium, I invite you. Yes, we broadcast the games here, but it's always a good place, a great place to come watch a game. Running play for the Lobos, and that goes for about 6.5, make it 7 yards for Alan Chavez. Upended as he got across the 28-yard line, so about a 5-yard gain on the spot. So second down. Lobos will not have to take a snap. There's 7 seconds on the clock to run out the first quarter. They're not going to take a snap. And that'll take us to the second quarter. One in the books, nothing decided here at 7-7. Back after this.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We're at Sam's Stadium on a Thursday night. The home team has the advantage on the crowd size, therefore the noise size. But the Gruya Gators have matched them on the scoreboard. We're 7 apiece as we head in the second quarter. Lopez on a 2nd and 5 play will run it across the 32-yard line. A carry by Eddie Slovak. That's short of first down yardage, or is it? Let's see. No, they'll give him a first down. So Slovak now 7 carries, 28 yards, and a touchdown on the night. Moves the chains for the Lopez Lobos. Their first drive stalled on a 4th down attempt. Second drive they scored. Now they look to throw. They want a bunch down the right sideline, and that is caught. What an adjustment and a catch made at the 35-yard line. 35 yards if it sticks. There's a penalty flag, and we'll wait for the call on that. Right now the indication it's against the defense. Here's the call. Oh, it's against the Lobos, so wipe it clean. I'm still going to show you the replay. You talk about adjusting. Here's a receiver making a great play, adjusting to make this catch. They wipe it out for a penalty. 10-yard loss on the penalty. Still first down, but now 1st and 20.
Still first down for the Lobos.
Ball back at the 21-yard line. And you circle, if you're the coaching staff of the Lobos, you circle that one. It's like that one can work. Again, yeah, that was as a result of the receiver coming back to the ball. Pass play this time. Left side, that's dropped, incomplete pass. Looking in the direction of Sean Oreste. Or was that Pablo? That was Pablo Lopez again. Incomplete pass.
Ball spotted on the 22-yard line.
They'll pass it here, and that's caught. And here comes Eddie Slovak on the run. Slovak down the sideline. He's got some speed, gets to the 40-yard line. But this one's going to come back.
Penalty flag on the play. Ineligible man downfield. Number 54, number 66. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So that'll come back as it's against the Lobos. So back-to-back plays that on the highlight reel showed promise of picking up huge yardage. And on the chain gang, the down marker is getting further and further away from the 2 sticks that indicate the yards for the original 10 yards needed. Ball all the way back inside the 20 at the 8 or 17 and a half for the Lobos. They'll look to throw out of this. Cortinas slings a pass. That's overthrown, incomplete. And it'll bring up 3rd down. A couple of minutes into this second quarter of play.
third down for the Lobos.
Tomorrow night, Harlingen South is here. That should be a good one.
17-yard line.
Third down here for the Lobos. See again, off to our west. That close clouds look ugly. Here's a pass by Cortines. Steps up. Now he's going to run, hit, and down he goes. Got out to the 23, needed to get to the 43. So obviously well short of a first down and punting time for Lopez. As the Gruya Gators get a stop, thanks in part to the penalties on this drive by the Lopez Lobos. Gators should get good field position on this exchange as their return man stands outside of his 40-yard line waiting for this kick. Good snap, and the kick is away. It's a short kick, a high end over end. They'll get out of the way of that. It takes a bounce for the Lobos. Won't get to the 45. And so the Gators will start a drive in Lopez territory at the 44 with 10:03 to go here in the second quarter of play. One of the sponsors here at Sam Stadium is Lone Star National Bank. I always try to give credit to the sponsors on the scoreboard. That's what helps these guys put together what they do on their end of things. Real Sports, of course, our sponsors help us on the broadcasting end of getting crews in position to be, in this case, here, Roma, Edinburgh, Mission, all tonight for live broadcast. Running play, and that goes across the 40 down about the 39-yard line. Jason Vega on the carry. That's 6 for Vega, 4 carries, 27 yards now for the Gators. For Gruya, they got 58 yards of offense, 46 of that coming on the ground. They'll have a second down and 4 coming up. And they'll hand it off. This is Vega again. Vega bounces it to the outside. Tripped up as he gets to the 30. That's a 10-yard gain, and it could have been a bunch more. 10 yards for Vega. New set of downs for the Gruya Gators. Ball at the 30. High snap, they'll fake the handoff. Quarterback going to keep it, bounces it outside. This is Sanchez. Sanchez tries to fight forward, gets just inside the 15, gets out of bounds. He'll gain 6 on the play. And so it brings up a second down, and well, they give him a 7-yard gain, so second down and 3 coming up for the Gruya Gators. As soon as I bragged on the scoreboard, it went down, and then Joe had to run over there. He's fixing it out. I always fear that when I see that happening because sometimes that results in having to reset some things. If we lose video, it's because they're trying to fix some things here on their end. So far, they've got it back up. Running play for the Gators inside the 20, staying on his feet, down to around the 18-yard line. Another 6 yards for Jason Vega. And the Gators have found a little rhythm on the offensive end on the ground. Vega now 6 carries for 43 yards. Sanchez 5 carries for 26 yards. They scored their last time on the field, and now they're in a red zone opportunity. A first down at the 19 with 8:12 to go here in the first half. Jet sweep left side, cutting it up inside, down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line on a carry for Ryan Cifuentes. did not get a first down, so that'll be a 9-yard gain. So now you're in a real good spot if you're the Gruya Gators. Second and less than a yard. You can get a first down without getting a touchdown. And you're at your opponent's 9-yard line. Sanchez gonna run left side. He's got a first down and more. Stretches forward, dives forward. He is in. Touchdown, Gruya Gators.
Touchdown Gators.
Andrew Sanchez scores his second touchdown of the game, this time from 9 yards out. And with 7:28 to go here in the second quarter, the Gruya Gators enjoying the lead. Extra point is away and good. 14-7. Gruya Gators on top and kicking off. Let's take a look at our replay on the Josh Moody replay screen. Need a loan? Josh Moody Loans is one of our sponsors here on Real Sports. He'll take a call from you and take care of your loan needs. That's Andrew Sanchez. We'll be kicking off after this. Okay. Kickoff time coming up for the Gruya Gators. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be. Hey, Church's Chicken is one of the sponsors on the scoreboard here. I loved it when they had that promotion going here where they were giving the coupons out that if the winning team won here, the home team won, and you got to go to Church's, or Cane's Chicken, that is. On the kick return, the Lobos get it out across the 37-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. 14-7 the score. Lopez scored first. Gruya on consecutive possessions has tallied up 7 points each. And it's a 14-7 game with 7:22 remaining here in this first half of play. With that drive, the Gruya Gators take over the lead in yardage gained in the first half. 99 all, or most of all, coming on the ground. Here's a running play for the Lobos out across the 40, upended at the 44. Slovak another carry, and Eddie gains 6. For Eddie Slovak, he's got 8 carries for 34 yards here in the first half. And it's second down for Brownsville Lopez. 2 receivers right side. Ortiz hands it off. Slovak to the short side of the field is not going to get much. Did gain a couple as he got it out across the 47. Tracked down over there by Raul Galvan. Brings up third down and call it 3. Make it 2. Call it 2 yards to go. Get it to the 48. You got a first down if you're Lopez. And Cortines brings him up, sets him down, is ready. Man in motion, he'll hand it off. It's Slovak up the middle. He'll fight forward, got a first down. He took it out across the 49. Needed 2, got 3. Clock running with 6:16 to go here in the first half. And the Lopez Lobos get a new set of downs at their own 49. Dropping back to throw, they'll sling it right side. Over into Gator territory, down to the 46. Another catch by Gabriel Rios. Brought down after a 7-yard gain. For Rios, that's his 4th catch. For Cortines, he's 6 of 10 for 53 yards in the air. 5:53 remaining here in the half. Lobos trailing by a touchdown. Slovak tries the right side. This time he's shut down. Short by about a yard, maybe a yard and a half of the first down, depending on the spot. And it's a kind spot, so it's right at just inside of a yard to go for Brownsville Lopez. Gators got to stop earlier when they shut down a fourth down attempt. Here it's 3rd and short. On the jet sweep, that's a first down and more. Down to the 35-yard line, Julio Compion on the carry. That's his 3rd carry. And that's enough to move the chains once again. With 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Cortinas showing patience on this drive. Successful so far. That's a pass play down to the 25-yard line. And that's good enough for another first down. Another catch by Rios. Gabriel Rios now with 5 catches here in the first half. That was good for 11. And with 4.5 minutes, this drive, which is the longest sustained drive by the Lopez Lobos, now has them set up first down at the 24. Another jet sweep, left side. And inside the 15-yard line, another good carry, this time by Gabriel Rios. They gave that carry to Chavez. That's 12 more yards for Chavez then. And it's a red zone opportunity for Lopez with the ball down at the 15. Cortinas hands it off. Slovak up the middle. Spins down to the 5. Stretches out. End zone. Is he in? Yes, sir. Touchdown. What extra effort by Eddie Slovak for 15 yards. His second touchdown of the ball game. Watch the second effort here. That's a spin through tackle at the 5, and then there's 4 guys there. Muscled his way, reached out, got the end zone, scored the touchdown, and Lopez trying to tie this game up. 3:49 to go here in the first half. Eddie Slovak, extra point away. And good. Watch it again on our split screen, brought to you by South Padre Island. Eddie Slovak.
3:49 to go in the second quarter. The score: the Lobos 14, Gators 14.
And that is a tie game. Kickoff coming up.
Just listen to me.
Escucha.
We do everything with speed.
Prontísimo.
Out of home business or
Flexible.
Insurance for all your
Barato.
needs. You say you just got a new boat. Come on by and we'll give you a free quote.
Prontísimo.
Okay, who's singing near you? Hello?
Accesible.
I'm out.
Pregúntale a tu agente cómo ahorrar con Pronto, porque más barato, nadie.
We are at Sam Stadium, and hey, we've had a good one here so far between the Gruya Gators and the Lopez Lobos. Our score is 14 apiece. As the Lobos kick it off. Right down the middle, rolling on the ground. Gators pick it up at the 20 to the 25, out to the 30. 35-yard line and more to the 41-yard line on a nice return. Ryan Cifuentes would not go down easily. That brings up a first down for the Gruya Gators. Plenty of time for the Gators. They've got all 3 timeouts left. Both teams have all 3 left, with 3:40 remaining here in the second quarter of play. Sanchez to Vega. Vega running left, this time short yardage. He'll gain 2. So far, the Gators are averaging better than 6 yards a carry on the ground. 89 yards on 14 unofficial carries. All tied at 14 apiece. It was 7-0 Lopez. Gators tied it at 7, took a 14-7 lead. Lopez has responded. And that's where we're at. Sanchez going to keep it. Waits for a block. Gets down to the midfield into Lopez territory. That's an 11-yard gain. As Andrew Sanchez is able to move the chains for the Gators of Gruya, who now go over the century mark in yards gained on the ground. Limited the passing game, but they haven't needed to here in this first half. 2:34 remaining. First and 10 from the Lopez 48. Handed off on the sweep to the right side. This is Cifuentes. Cifuentes takes on a couple of tacklers at about the 45 down to the 44-yard line. Good enough for a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 coming up. Clock continues to run. We're going to go inside 2 minutes to go. Gators still back in the huddle. 17 on the play clock. They're up to the line. Sanchez waiting on a 2nd down and 6. Low snap. Sanchez gets to it. He's going to have to make something out of nothing here. Tries to get to the sideline. Ducks his head. Will get back past the original line of scrimmage. Still loses a yard or 2. And now Lopez. They get a couple of things there. Lobos are able to tackle him for a loss. They also get him out of bounds. So the clock stops with 1:36, puts him in a position, get a stop, get the ball back with 3 timeouts, and you start looking at, hey, things that could happen here to close out the half. Gators need every bit of 7 on this 3rd down play. Sanchez to throw. Now he's going to run, hit, and not going to get there. Down he goes. First guy to meet him, it was the only guy needed, was Ozzie Castro, the senior linebacker, and that stops the clock with 1:35 to go as the Lobos call a timeout. And watch this. Thought he was going to get some room, and that was shut down. There was help, but my friends, that's as solo as you get on the initial stop. 1-on-1, Castro won that battle. Punting time for the Gators. It's 4th and 9 right after this.
And you're watching Real Sports Live!
Baby, just listen to me.
Escucha.
Do everything with speed.
Prontísimo.
Out of home business or
Flexible.
insurance for all your needs.
Barato.
You say you just got a new boat. Come on by and we'll give you a free quote.
Prontísimo.
Okay, who's singing? Me or you? Hello?
Accesible.
I'm out.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
Back here at Sam Stadium. Joe Bowling with you here on Real Sports. 1:25 to go in the first half of play. Gruya Gators send the punt team in on this 4th and 9 from the Lopez 49. Now, their hopes are to pin the Lobos deep in their own territory. Lobos hoping to get some kind of return out of this. Good snap on the punt. It's a short kick, end over end. And this is going to result in as good a field position as you could hope for if you're Brownsville Lopez on that exchange. As the ball goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line of Brownsville Lopez with 1:16 to go here in the first half. And Jacob Cortinus and company onto the field. Cortinus in the game, 7-11 for 64 yards. Lobos have outgained the Gators 151 to 114 unofficially. Coming up at halftime, I'll run down some stats for you. I'll also have the highlights of some of the big plays in the first half. And we'll see the marching bands. Cortinus going to pass. That's going to be caught out across the 45 and then out of bounds. Targeting that time, big wide receiver Angel Ramirez. His first catch. You can see Ramirez fighting after he catches this ball to get out of bounds. He'll get a first down out of the deal. But the most important part for the Lopez, he got out of bounds. Pass play again. Cortinus is chased, stays on his feet. Now he's going to run down the sideline. Got out of bounds around the 40. Jacob Cortinus on the carry. And watch this move here. And then just an extra gear sprinting down that far sideline for the first down.
Gain of 9 yards. Second down for the Lobos.
Give him a spot out of bounds for the 9-yard gain. So Cortinus is short, but it's 2nd and 1. Still 52 seconds left here. Lobos have 2 timeouts remaining. They're in Gator territory now. Looking further ahead, the Gators will get the ball to start the second half. Now the whistle blows timeout. I'm not sure the Lobos wanted to use that then. If not, they were going to be taxed 5 yards.
Ibanez Tortilleria, serving up freshly made in-house corn and flour tortillas since 1994. Try our delicious menudo, tasty barbacoa, fresh tamales, tacos, variadas with juicy grilled chicken, and tender fajitas. On Mondays, buy 1 barbacoa taco and get 1 free if you mention that you're a Bloodhound fan. Located at 4726 Paredes Line Road, Brownsville, Texas. Open every day at 6:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. To order, contact 956-541-9594.
Quick timeout called by the Lobos. We're here at Sam Stadium on a Thursday night, which turns into a beautiful night of football. Light breeze blowing. If you look at the flags across the way, it's odd because the flags over there are blowing out across towards the west. The flags on the goalpost aren't moving at all. The American flag on the north side of the end zone isn't moving at all. But there's a breeze just above all of that on those flags across the way. 2nd and 1 for the Lobos. They'll run it. And that will be enough for a first down inside the 40-yard line on a carry by Eddie Slovak. Slovak has had a good first half. He's got 13 carries for 59 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Stops the clock long enough to move the football into the position for first down. Now the officials are going to talk it over at the midfield stripe. We have a penalty on this? Let's see the call. I think what they're going to do is run the clock down to 35 seconds. Right now it reads 42 seconds. If I picked up his audio well enough, it's going to go down to 35. That's what the call was. So it wasn't a penalty. And despite the yard marker over there saying it's 2nd down, should be 1st and 10 from the 41. Lobos look to throw. Cortinus, right side. That's going to be caught at the 30-yard line. That's enough for a first down. Goes back to Gabriel Rios. Watch the route by Rios. He just turns this up, and that ball was right on the money. Right in front of the defender. First down for the Lobos. Cortinus, a deeper drop this time. A deeper pass. Right side, end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Lobos. Gabriel Rios from 27 yards out, and first of all, watch the separation here. And then the concentration as the defender was catching up on the underthrown ball. Rios for 27 yards. Cortinus for the touchdown pass. Lobos back on top by 6. with 17 seconds to go in the half. Extra point coming up for Lopez. The kicker is Ari Gonzalez. Booms it away, up, away, and good. 21-14, Lopez on top. We'll be back with more right after this.
Our service is unmatched. Our commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Gruya, we're what's next now.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are the Red Lady Raiders.
Back here we're at Sam Stadium, and a good one between the Gators and the Lobos. 21-14, Brownsville Lopez back on top. And they'll kick off here. Bouncing kick inside the 15-yard line. They'll bring it out across the 20 to the 25-yard line. At the 27 with 12 seconds to go. Gators with over 114 yards of offense, 102 on the ground. Lopez without 216 in the yards gain department here in this first half. And the Gators will come out. Now looking ahead, the Gators will get the ball to start the second half. Not sure how aggressive they'll be. They have 3 timeouts, but only 12 seconds to work with. Andrew Sanchez, limited in the passing game. Drops back to throw here. Throws it underneath. Out across the 35, now to the sideline. A penalty flag is thrown at the 40-yard line. With 3 seconds to go, we'll sort out the penalty.
Penalty flag on the play.
It's in the vicinity of a hold on the offensive side because of the fact that the receiver caught it and then used a block, and usually that's where you get that. Oh, it's a face mask against Gruya. Or check that against Lopez. And so what that'll do is that'll credit the yards gained on the pass play and then add 15 yards for the penalty. So now the ball at the Lopez 44. And we'll check the arm strength now of Andrew Sanchez for the Gruya Gators. See if he tries to get one to the end zone. Brownsville Lopez is going to talk about it. They lead 21-14, but 3 seconds to go and one final play coming up, barring a penalty. And the Gruya Gators are still in possession of the football to call that one last play. The officials call the timeout. That's the Lobos' final timeout. Can you look at it from that perspective? Gruya's got plenty of timeouts left in their pocket, but they would have to run a play a second, call timeouts in between. Half can't end on a defensive penalty, so there's a good chance this is the final snap of the first half as the Gators come up to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers on the right-hand side. Blue Salinas, Ryan Cifuentes over there, as well as Robert De La Garza. Sanchez drops back to throw. Here comes pressure up the middle. Gets away from that. Pitches it off. Short yardage gain, and that'll take us to the break. At halftime, 21-14 the score. Brownsville Lopez on their home field. Sam Stadium, the location, leading this one. Halftime show coming up.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
We are the Harlingen Lady Cardinals, and you are watching Real Sports Live.
A world of opportunity awaits students on their unique path to college acceptance and career readiness. The path to college starts on day one in Los Fresnos, a path that starts with a solid foundation rooted in the classroom by exceptional educators. The path to college starts in Los Fresnos. Los Fresnos CISD. What we do here shapes the world.
We are the Edinburgh North Lady Cougars, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
The most important moments in a child's life.
Back here's we're at halftime. Now I'm going to turn the audio up for the halftime show, but again, when music is played that has some rights to it, you'll see me mute that, or you'll hear me mute it. I'll keep the video rolling for the presentation of the bands and the dance teams for Gruya Gators and the Lopez Lobos.
Tonight's performance music selection will feature a jazz routine entitled Slippers, arranged by Paul Mercer. Ladies, take it away. Go Gators!
Next up, you can hear that the Lopez Lobos marching band and their dance team will be on the field performing. Again, I can keep the cameras rolling on what BISD is doing. Normally, they take breaks, and so they just leave the cameras stationary. And as far as the audio goes, as long as it's not a licensed song, I'll be able to keep the audio on. So those of you wondering if we have this going and it's muted, it's by design, but not by choice. It's a have-to situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, we present to you the award-winning Lopez High School Golden Stars Dance Team, under the direction of founder, artistic director, choreographer, Sandy Zakora.
Dance performance by the Lopez Lobos dance team, and now we'll have the performance of the marching band. For that we'll be able to use the, we'll continue to keep the audio up, and then we'll run some halftime highlights. 17:54 on the clock as we're running at the halftime show. 21-14 is the score, with the Lobos leading the Gruya Gators here on Rio Sports Live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's showtime.
The Brownsville Independent School District and Lopez Early College High School proudly present for your halftime entertainment the 2022 Lopez Lobo Marching Band. The Lopez Lobo Marching Band is under the field direction of head drum major Carolina Trevino with assistance by Ana Mendoza. Tonight, the Lopez Lobo Marching Band will perform a portion of the 2022 UIL show entitled At Play. It will feature the works of Sir Malcolm Arnold and Robert Marquez. Be on the lookout for games you would play as a child like tag, patty cake, walk the tightrope, hopscotch, rock, paper, scissors, follow a leader, and tug of war. Featured soloists are on flute, Ricardo Luis, on baritone saxophone, Colin Douglas, on piccolo, Estrella Benitez, on trumpet, Milton Castillo, on trombone, Nathaniel Ramos, and on tuba, Osvald Sanchez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and take in the sights and sounds of one of the most storied band programs in the state of Texas. The 29 consecutive UIL sweepstakes winner, 11 consecutive UIL state marching band contest qualifier, and the only band program to win the TMEA Honor Band in conference 4A, 5A, and 6A. Go Lopez Lobo Marching Band!
And there's your Lopez Lobos marching band with a performance here. Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sun rises and sunsets daily. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
So it brings up 2nd and 3. Lobos on the field for the first time of the night. Second down play, they'll swing a pass. Left side, that's caught. Receiver gets some blocks, gets across the 50-yard line into Gruya territory. Still on his feet inside the 45. Out of here in the first quarter of play. On a Thursday night in Brownsville at Sam Stadium. Tomorrow night we're back here as well. Talk about that game in a minute. Slovak is met at the line of scrimmage and brought down. And now it's 3rd and 5 for the Lobos. 4:21 to go. Lopez with the football. Gruya on the defensive end. Pressure coming. They'll pass it right-hand side. That's caught. And now inside the 20, down to the 20-yard line to the 15-yard line. First down for the Lopez Lobos. And they leave the offense on the field. Cortinas hands it on. Oh, he keeps it. Slings a pass left side. That's caught. First down inside the 10. Down to the 6-yard line. First and goal coming up for the Lobos. The Lopez Lobos. Cortinas has Slovak to his left-hand side. Sends a man in motion. Hands it off. It's Slovak up the middle. Touchdown, Lopez Lobos. The line is Sanchez. 3 receivers over there on the right side as he spreads the field with the ball in the middle of the field. He'll keep it on a read, and right up the middle, he's in the secondary. Tripped up, but not before he gets to the 39-yard line. Good running that time by Sanchez from that far in the secondary. Trouble for the defense. Pass play this time. Right side, it's caught. Nice job by the receiver to get some yards after the catch, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Beautiful move by Robert De La Garde. He'll set him down. We're under a minute to go. 48 seconds left here in this first quarter of play. Sanchez with a high snap, going to keep it on himself, takes it left-hand side, dives inside, now he brings it outside. He's down to the 10, down to the 5, he is in, touchdown, Gruya Gators. Their first drive stalled on a 4th down attempt. Second drive they scored, now they look to throw, they want a bunch down the right sideline, and that is caught! Second and less than a yard. You can get a first down without getting a touchdown. And you're at your opponent's 9-yard line. Sanchez gonna run left side. He's got a first down and more. Stretches forward, dives forward. He is in. Touchdown, Gruya Gators. And the Lopez Lobos get a new set of downs at their own 49. Dropping back to throw, they'll sling it right side. Over into Gator territory, down to the 46. For Brownsville Lopez. Gators got a stop earlier when they shut down a 4th down attempt. Here it's 3rd and short. On the jet sweep, that's a first down and more. Down to the 30 line, Julio Compion on the carry. The longest sustained drive by the Lopez Lobos. Now has them set up first down at the 24. Another jet sweep. Left side. And inside the 15-yard line, another good carry, this time by Gabriel Rios for Chavez then. And it's a red zone opportunity for Lopez with the ball down at the 15. Hortness hands it off. Slovak up the middle. Spins down to the 5. Stretches out. End zone. Is he in? Yes, sir. Touchdown. Sanchez going to keep it. Waits for a block. Gets down to the midfield. Into Lopez territory. That's an 11-yard gain. 36 puts him in a position. Get a stop. Get the ball back with 3 timeouts, and you start looking at, hey, things that could happen here to close out the half. Gators need every bit of 7 on this 3rd down play. Sanchez to throw. Now he's going to run, hit, and not going to get there. Down he goes. See Ramirez fighting after he catches this ball to get out of bounds. He'll get a first down out of the deal. But the most important part for the Lopez, he got out of bounds. Pass play again. Cortines is chased, stays on his feet. Now he's going to run down the sideline. Got out of bounds around the 40. Watch the route by Rios. He just turns this up, and that ball was right on the money. Right in front of the defender. First down for the Lobos. Cortines, a deeper drop this time. A deeper pass. Right side, end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Lobos.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
So it brings up that's your first half highlights, and we'll be back with the second half kickoff as the Gruya Gators make an appearance. Still waiting for the appearance of the Lopez Lobos. 21-14 your score. The Lobos on their home turf winning this one. Back with more after this.
Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
We're the Pace Lady Vikings, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
We're excited to welcome all of our BIC family back, students, and staff. Not only did our staff rise to the challenge of the pandemic, but exceeded expectations to bring our students back face-to-face for instruction. Our theme for this year is to engage, empower, and excel. Our number one priority is still the safety and security of our students and staff. As the largest district in the Valley, it is our responsibility to lead by example. That is why Brownsville ISD is the best choice.
We're the Edinburgh Lady Bobcats, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Woo!
For quality care, contact Mesquite Home Health and Attendant Services today. In Brownsville at 594 Jose Marti Boulevard. Call today, 956-361-5558.
We here at Mesquite want to wish all local athletes good luck in today's game.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Hawks up!
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We're the Valley View Lady Tigers, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Hija, tomorrow's your quinceañera. I need you to call your padrinos and tell them thank you for the salon, the tamales, the dress, el DJ.
Ay, Ama, you called them. I didn't even want a quinceañera in the first place. I would have preferred to have gone to Paris instead.
I will, fine. I'm gonna give you your surprise gift early.
Huh?
Guess what? You're going to Paris.
How?
Well, I've been saving mucho dinero all year in insurance thanks to Pronto Insurance.
Let's just get the quinceañera and go straight to Paris.
Call your padrinos right now.
Okay, yeah.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
We are the Edinburgh North Lady Cougars, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
I love what I do. I really
love what
do.
I'm doing. I love children. One of the most important things to do is to love your students.
Imagine teachers like these helping your child prepare to change the world. Take a closer look at Mission CISD.
Our service.
Back here as we are at the halftime break here at Sam Stadium, but we have an appearance from both teams now. And so we are gearing up for the second half kickoff. What has been a close game between the Gruya Gators and the Lopez Lobos. Separated by a score on the scoreboard, 21-14 with the Lobos on top. Let's take a look at some of the unofficial stats in this game. Lobos leading and outgaining Gruya. 216 yards of total offense in the first half compared to 126. 100 yards on the ground for the Lobos, 116 through the air. For Gruya, 102 yards on the ground, 24 in the passing game. For the Lobos, they were led in the first half by Eddie Slovak with 13 carries for 59 yards and 2 touchdowns in that first half. For the other ball carriers, it was 4 carries for 20 yards for Alan Chavez and 4 carries for 12 yards for Jacob Cortines, the quarterback. Cortines, meanwhile, 10 of 14 for 116 yards through the air. His favorite receiver in the first half was Gabriel Rios, who had 7 catches for 87 yards and a touchdown. And that's your stat leaders for the Lobos. For the Gruya Gators, it was a combination of Andrew Sanchez and Jason Vega. Vega was 6 carries for 43 yards. Sanchez, just a little better than that, 9 carries for 46 yards. The Gruya Gators, you look at one thing, they averaged 6 yards per carry on their ground game. And down 21-14, they're getting the ball to start this second half. This is an equally matched football game between the two teams. And this is anyone's game. As they were in that halftime locker room, I'm certain, I talk about this often during broadcast, that as a head coach, what you want is the ability to be able to stare your players in the face at a halftime break and say, you do this, you can win this game. And either team can be in the locker room at halftime of this one and talk about execution and abilities to win this game. This is in the grasp for either of these teams as we get set for the second half here at Sam Stadium. BISD is providing us the video coverage here on our screen here at Sam Stadium. And the Lobos will kick it off, and away we go in the third quarter. Line drive kick off a man, fielded at the 23 to the 25. Out across the 30, 35-yard line for the Gators, still on their feet to the 40-yard line. That's Jason Vega on the return. And Vega gets it to the 40, and here come the Gators offense. Which, again, it's Sanchez, Vega, Cifuentes, Robert De La Garza. Those are your primary guys that touched the ball in the first half. And they accounted for the 126 yards of offense. In a game of back and forths, the Lobos scored the game's first touchdown. The Gators scored the next 2 touchdowns. And the Lobos scored the next 2 after that. So it's been lead Lobos, tie game, lead Gators, tie game, lead Lobos. And here we go. First down play for the Gators of the second half as Sanchez continues to be the quarterback, takes a high snap, hands it off. Running play left side. That's going to be out across the 50-yard line into Lobos territory. That's good enough for an 11-yard gain for Jason Vega, who now has 7 carries for 54 yards for the Gators, and they're already in the Lopez side of the 50-yard line at the 48. 3 receivers to the right-hand side for Andrew Sanchez. Single back in the backfield is Vega. Sanchez on a read, going to keep it. He's got some room. Sheds a tackle, gets down to the 40, just inside the 40. That's a 9-yard gain for Andrew Sanchez. So that recipe continues to brew between Sanchez and Vega, just a heavy dose of carrying the football and moving the ball downfield. Again, better than 6 yards a carry as a team for the Gruya Gators tonight, rushing the football. And as far as adjustments at the halftime locker room, really not too many that you would have to make for the Gators. It may come down to the last team to own the football. Running hard again is Vega. He's got enough for a first down and some, as he'll gain 6 more. Make it 7 yards. And a first down play, man in motion this time. And it's going to be a handoff. This is Cifuentes. Cifuentes has some room. He's on his horse, down to the 10-yard line, down inside the 10 to the 9. Ryan Cifuentes on the carry. $32 yards on that carry for Ryan Cifuentes. And the Gruya Gators on the opening drive of the second half are now first and goal at the 6 of the Lopez Lobos. This is going to be Sanchez. Sanchez to the right side. He is in. End zone touchdown. What an impressive drive for the Gators. 1 point away from tying this one up. Andrew Sanchez, his third touchdown of the game for the Gruya Gators. And that didn't take long. That drive was less than 4 minutes. Kick is away and good. All tied up. 9:39 to go. Third quarter. Kickoff after this.
Commitment to our team and our community, relentless. Our products are innovative and exciting. Gruya, we're what's next now.
Ibanez Tortilleria, serving up freshly made in-house corn and flour tortillas since 1994. Try our delicious menudo, tasty barbacoa, fresh tamales, tacos, variadas with juicy grilled chicken, and tender fajitas. On Mondays, buy one barbacoa taco and get one free if you mention that you're a Bloodhound fan. Located at 4726 Paredes Line Road, Brownsville, Texas. Open every day at 6:30 a.m. till 9 p.m. To order, contact 956-541-9594.
Back here, we were at Sam Stadium on a Thursday night. Let's recap our scoring for you. With 1:46 in the first quarter, Eddie Slovak for a 2-yard run for the Lopez Lobos. They were up 7-0. 39 seconds to go in the first half. Andrew Sanchez carried it in from 18 yards out. Tie game at 7 apiece. 7:28 to go in the second quarter. Sanchez, his second touchdown of the evening. 9 yards away. Gruya takes the lead at 14-7. 3:49 to go in the second half. Eddie Slovak, a 15-yard run. Lobos tied it up at 14 apiece, and then with 17 seconds to go in the first half, Gabriel Rios, 27 yards, 21-14 Lobos, and now Andrew Sanchez for a 9-yard score. Ties it up at 21. Kickoff out across the 32-yard line, and that's where the Lopez offense will make their way back out onto the field. Understand the Harlingen game got canceled tonight in the middle of the second quarter. Too much lightning over in the Roma area. Harlingen will be back out there next Thursday in Roma, taking on Laredo United. First down play for the Lobos, and they'll hand it off up the middle. There's a lot of room. Across the 40-yard line. Backed up after that, but credit given to the 42. Eddie Slovak with 12 more yards on the ground. He's got 71 of those. 14 carries, 71 yards. 9:17 and counting here in this first quarter of play. Hello? Hello? Yes. Yes, I'm here. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and shut everything off, and then I'll get it tomorrow, okay? I'll take it over for the volleyball game, okay? Hello? Second down play for the Lobos after an 8-yard gain, and they'll run it again. This is the right side and into the secondary across the 40-yard line to the 36-yard line. That's Alan Chavez on the carry. And the Gruya Gators came out of the locker room here in the third quarter, marched it right downfield and scored. And the Lopez Lobos have responded on a good drive of their own. It continues on a running play here inside the 30. That's enough for a first down. Down to about the 25-yard line. 15 more yards on the ground. Eddie Slovak. Slovak now has 94 yards and counting. Ball down to the 25, just outside of the 25-yard line of the Gruya Gators. Cortines takes it, hands it off, jet sweep right-hand side. There's room, out across the 20, 15, down to the 10. First and goal coming up on a carry by Julian Campion. Julio Campion on the ground. Clock running with 7:40 to go in the third quarter. And a goal-to-goal situation as the ball spotted at the 7. Cortines takes it, hands it off. Slovak up the middle. Slovak to the goal line. Slovak is in. Touchdown for the Lobos. 7-yard carry for Slovak, his third touchdown of the night. And Lopez regains the lead at 27-21. And each team comes out of the halftime locker room executing a drive resulting in points on the board. Extra point for Lopez. Ball spotted down at the 10-yard line. A high snap, they get it down. The kick is away, line drive, and it is good. 28-21. Each team has had it. They've scored, and the Gators will get it for a second time here in the second half.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
We're the St. Joe Bloodhound Cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live!
What a game so far here tonight here at Sam Stadium. 28-21 is your score with Lopez Lobos on top. Lobos scored 7 points in the first quarter, 14 in the second, 7 now here in the third. Gruya was 7's wild in the first, second, and third quarter, totaling their 21 points. And it's a 28-21 game as Gruya will get their hands on a ball for a second time here in quarter number 3. Lobos to kick it off. Another line drive kick, fielded to the 25. To the 30, this is De La Garza. De La Garza out across the 35, spun forward all the way out onto the 43-yard line. And they've got De La Garza and Vega as up men around that 25 to the 30-yard line on these kick returns. And so the Gruya Gators will have to bring their offense back on the field, dial up another good drive. Successful on their last time out. Andrew Sanchez brings them up. They've been outgained 288-191. But starting a drive here at their own 43. First down for Sanchez. Hands it off. There's room. Out across the 45, out to the 50. Into Lobos territory. That's a 9-yard gain for Jason Vega. Depending on the spot, he might get a first down. And it will be enough for a first down for Jason Vega. Vega now with 73 yards on the ground on 10 carries. Sanchez with 11 carries for 61 yards, but 3 touchdowns for the quarterback. First down in Lobo territory from the 48. Sanchez going to keep this, calls his own number. He's in the secondary. He's got 11 more, make it 12 yards on a carry by Andrew Sanchez. It's Sanchez, Vega. Vega, Sanchez. Occasionally give it to Cifuentes. This Gator offense is moving the ball downfield. 6:14 and counting. We're nearing the midway point of quarter number 3. Sanchez on a first down. Here comes Cifuentes. Cifuentes got some blocks. He's got some speed. There's a penalty flag way behind the play. As they get out there to the 13-yard line. We'll wait and see what this penalty is. One of the coaches just had, that was odd. One of the coaches just had one of the officials' penalty flags on the sideline on the Lopez side, and you just threw it in the middle of that play. Official came over and picked it up, so there was no penalty. That yardage will count on a carry by Cifuentes. 1st and 10 for the Gruya Gators. Here comes Vega again to the right side. Vega is in. He's touchdown again. Jason Vega this time for the first time of the night. Another drive, all on the ground by the Gruya Gators, and they're 1 point away from tying this one up again. Look at the blocking there, and look at the speed and just the strength of Jason Vega. Extra point for the Gators is away. And good. Another kickoff coming. We'll show you one more look at that touchdown on the break.
Listen to me.
Escucha.
Everything with
Prontísimo.
Out of home business or
Flexible.
Insurance for all your
Barato.
needs. You say you just got a new boat. Come on by and we'll give you a free quote.
Prontísimo.
Okay, who's singing? Muriel. Hello?
Accesible.
Pregúntale a tu agente cómo ahorrar con Pronto, porque más barato, nadie.
Just a reminder, our Pronto game of the week tomorrow night will be in Mission as San Benito travels to Mission Veterans. Each of our Pronto games of the week will be handing over a scholarship for $250 to the athletic department for the home team prior to the game. Started that last week, and we'll be doing that throughout the rest of the season. Kickoff for the Lobos. They'll return it across the 10. And now the 20. A lot of noise made, and they'll get to the 25, and that's where they'll start the drive. So in a second half in which we're looking for the first team to blink, and which offense will be shut down first. It's a 28-28 game, and Lopez will have it for a second time here in the second half. Evenly matched game. Yardage, 288 to 251, advantage Lopez. But on the score, it's all tied at 28 apiece. Lobos running. There's the fumble. Let's see who recovers. The Gators think they have it. No indication yet. Lobos got it back. I was about to say the first turnover may determine the difference in this game, depending on when and where it occurs. That was close. Gain of a yard on the play. For the Lobos, they'll retain possession of the ball. 5:13 and counting here in the third quarter. On second down, Cortinus passes it. It's caught out across the 30-yard line. Second effort to the 39 or 34. That's close to first down yardage. Pass was caught that time by Sean Ureste. He will get enough for a first down. Cortness has now hit 4 different receivers in the game. Hands it off here. Right side is Kumpion. He'll take it out across the 45, and that's enough for a first down. Julio Kumpion on another carry. The Lobos, they stalled just a bit on the first down play when the ball was fumbled. But since recovering that fumble, now we're on the march again at the 45. Confidence is high on both of these teams. They've had success moving the football against the other. Penalty from the far side of the field on a short carry by Kumpion. This time the Gators were there to snuff that one out. Omar De La Garza was there to help make the tackle. One of the linemen was also in on the play. Looked like that's Jose Pena. Now we'll sort out the call. That's a 5-yard penalty against the Gruya Gators. So I'm sure the Lobos will take that. They will. Moves the ball down 5 yards, puts it at the 50-yard line, remains first down. 1st and 5 now with 4:09 to go in the third quarter. Cortines has him at the line of scrimmage. Motion man, hands it off. Here comes Slovak. Slovak bowls across the 40, down to the 39-yard line. Slovak now with 110 yards on the ground, 19 carries, 110 yards, and 3 touchdowns. First down for the Lobos. Here's Kumpion. This time he gets hammered, and down he goes. 2 guys were there for the Gators. Juan Martinez was over there. So was Victor Hernandez. And little to nothing to gain on that carry by Kumpion. It's been a while since he's been shut down. His last 3 carries, he had 9, 14, and 10 yards each running the ball. Now it's 2nd and long. Call it 2nd and 9.5 for the Lobos. Cortines has him set down, ready to go. Slovak to his left, motion man. Here's Slovak. Up the middle, ducks his head, got to the 35. That's a 4-yard gain. On his 20th carry of the evening. And it's now 3rd and a long 6 for the Lobos with 2:44 and counting here in the third quarter. Cortines hands it off. It's Slovak again. This time he's hit, and he'll be driven backwards. What a play made by Raul Galvan as he got Slovak just as he got to the line of scrimmage. Matter of fact, he carries him on the tackle and a loss on the play. So now it's 4th down. And this is about the spot in the first quarter, which the Lobos attempted a 4th down conversion, didn't make it, and allowed Gruya to get on the scoreboard. 4th down and 7. Cortines, a deep drop, rifles a pass. That's caught out of bounds. At the 27-yard line, would have been enough for a first down by Gabriel Rios over there. Let's see what that looks like on the play. Rios trying to stay in bounds. Just out. Turnover on downs. And so the Gators will take over. Game tied at 28 apiece. Gators on the run. Across the 40-yard line. That's a 4-yard carry. Jason Vega continues to tally up yardage on the ground. He's got 12 carries for 90 yards. Gruya Gators trying to regain the lead. The one thing you look at when Lopez went for that on 4th down is, even if you don't get it, which they didn't, And now you give up a score. It's still a one-score game, and this has been back and forth. Each team has been able to respond to the other's ability to score. 2nd and 5 for the Gators. On the read, here comes Sanchez. He's had a big night, my friends. Gets it down across the 44 to the 45. Stretches forward to right at the 45. 3rd down and 2 coming up after the carry by Sanchez. And for Sanchez, he's got 13 carries and 77 yards. You'll see here on his reads on this replay. He just waits for blockers to develop. 3rd and short, averaging now better than 8 yards a carry on the ground, the Gruya Gators. 34 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. On a running play. Bouncing it outside is Vega. Vega's got a 1st down. Takes on a couple of more tacklers. Gets it down inside the 45. All the way to the 43 on a carry by Jason Vega. And that'll take us 20 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. See if the Gators want to take another snap. They don't have to. We can head to the 4th quarter. All tied at 28. And the Gators let the clock run to zeros. I said it at the end of the 1st quarter. Nothing decided. I'll say it again. Nothing decided here. 28 apiece. 4th quarter. Around the corner.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Hope you're enjoying our broadcast here from Sam Stadium on a Thursday night. I'm Joe Bowling with you. Relaxing here at the best seat in any press box that I've been in a long while. Another year here at Sam's. 1st down play for the Gators as we start the 4th quarter with Gruya on the march. It's 1st and 10 from the 43 of the Lobos. Sanchez gets to the outside. He's got another 1st down. Finally hit. Here comes penalties thrown at the end of that tackle, which is probably a face mask. Sanchez got plenty for a 1st down. Now we'll sort out these flags. And when 4 guys all run to the same spot and pick up their flags, well, that's pretty obvious. Conversation. What'd you see? I saw it. Did you see it? I saw it. I saw it. Let's call it.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. 15 yards and be added to the run. Automatic.
There's your call. That was a 12-yard gain on the ground by Andrew Sanchez, and now 15 penalty yards added to the end of that. And so the Gruya Gators will now have what you call a red zone possession as they're inside their opponent's 20-yard line. Ball sitting at the 19 of the Lopez Lobos. Appreciate you fans tuning in wherever you may be. Here's a running play for Vega. Vega takes it inside the 15 to around the 13-yard line. 5 more yards for Jason Vega. Vega now over 100 yards with 106 yards and counting. Becomes the 2nd ball carrier of the night to get to the 100-yard mark. Already there is Eddie Slovak for the Lopez Lobos. Right behind him is Andrew Sanchez with 77 yards and counting for the Gators. Sanchez, the quarterback here on 2nd down. Hesitates, runs. What a nice job of just eluding a tackler, taking it inside the 10. And And that's close to first down yardage on another carry by Andrew Sanchez, just shy of the first down mark. And it brings up third down. Up the middle, in the end zone, touchdown, Jason Vega. Gators back on top. Huge hole going to open up here for Vega. And he's in for his second score. 5 rushing touchdowns on the night for the Gruya Gators. And they go up 34-28 here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point attempt is good. 10:24 to go in the fourth quarter. The score, Gators 35.
35-28. Gators on top. Kickoff coming up.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
Traigo 100 kilos de ropa, lo que se me antoja, dinero en el banco. Muchas me andan criticando, pues traigo carrazos que como le hago. Tengo aseguro del bueno, pronto y flexible y sale barato. Es mi corrido humilde, que no se te olvide que me ando ahorrando.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
We're the Harlingen South Lady Hawks, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Back here in a back and forth affair, Rio Grande City Gruya on top, 35-28 of Brownsville Lopez. The Lobos will return a kickoff here in the fourth quarter with 10:24 remaining in this ball game. Ball fielded at the 10. They'll stay on the far side of the field to the 20, out across the 30, out across the 35, out across the 40, 45, midfield stripe. What a return for the Lobos. Every time somebody needs a big play, this time it's Eddie Slovak, and watch as he uses the wall of blockers. That man could have got him. That man could have got him. These two are going to have to hurry. And the Lobos will start a drive at the 48-yard line of the Gators. I go back to when they turned it over on downs. I said that even if they don't get it, it's a one-score game at worst if they give up a score. They did, and now they have to come from behind. Cortinus on a pass. Incomplete pass. Out around the 32-yard line. Coverage over there by Angel Oyaravides. And wanting pass interference was Angel Ramirez. We'll see it on the replay. Very in there. Incomplete pass, second down for the Lobos. Ball at the 48. They'll throw again over the middle. That's a diving attempt and incomplete. Oh, what a try. Rios nearly made a circus catch there. Watch this one on the replay. You can't fault the effort there, my friends. Brings up a third down, though, for the Lopez Lobos, as suddenly this drive in need of a big play. That was close, but now the Lobos want to keep the drive alive from the 48. 3rd and 10. Jet sweep, left side. Across the 45, here's a big play. First down is Alan Chavez on his horse. Inside the 35, down to the 32. They needed 10. They got 17 by Alan Chavez. And watch how he slips the tackle and then manages to turn it on again. There's another slip tackle. It took 5 guys. Ball down at the 33. More importantly for Lobos, it's another set of first down. There's a fumble. They'll call that a pass, incomplete. Cortness flipped that ball forward, which meant that is a pass. Recovering it was Kumpion, and Kumpion took a shot. So he'll be down on the field, and that means we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
I'm a 5th grader at Champion Elementary, and next year, I'm going to be at 6th grade at Perkins Middle School.
My favorite thing about my school is that they make it fun for us to learn. As an 8th grader, I will be able to take high school classes in middle school.
Well, I take a lot of the Doing Women classes that TSC offers to us.
They have given me an early start on what I want to become in the future.
After the timeout, the injury could be out on his own power, so on the Lobos side of things, they're hoping he can return. 2nd down and 10 for the Lobos. Deep drop for Cortinus. Looks. Right side, that's underthrown, incomplete. Well short of his mark, looking in the direction of Gabriel Rios. Now Cortinus has missed on his last 5 passing attempts. He's now 11 of 20 for 126. He had 1 string in which he had completed 6 in a row. Since then has missed 5 in a row. So another 3rd and long for the Lobos on this drive. 3rd and 10. Cortinus. Inside pitch. And there's room out across the 25. That's another first down. Alan Chavez again. Chavez running hard, and the Lobos move the chains again. How much time's left? Someone asked. That's Oliar asking the Olivia asking for the time. It's 9:03 to go. Here's a running play for the Lobos. Down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal coming up for Lopez. First and goal to go. 8:43 to go in the 4th quarter. Gruya leading, but Lopez trying to come back. Whistle on the field. And there'll be a timeout called by the Gruya Gators. If you're Gruya, you had this Lobo team in 2 3rd and long situations on this drive. Both answered with gains on the ground. Move the sticks. Lopez now with 360 yards of offense and counting. 234 of that on the ground. Slovak with 123 yards. Chavez with 65 yards. Gabriel Rios with 7 catches has 87 receiving yards. Of course, the passing game by Jacob Cortinus. 11 and 20. What's first and goal for the Lopez Lobos. Cortinus is a quarterback. Slovak has 3 rushing touchdowns on the night. He'll tote it again. Right side, make it 4. Touchdown, Lopez. Eddie Slovak. And Slovak gets them within a point of tying this one up at 35 apiece. 8:32 remaining. Another extra point for Lopez. Kick is away. Tie game, 35 all. Head to the break on the Josh Moody replay screen. Watch Eddie Slovak one more time.
That's why Brownsville ISD is the best choice.
Hi, I'm Rodriguez and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
Here at Sam Stadium, let's recap it for you on the line score. Gruya, 7 points in the first quarter, 7 more in the second, 14 in the third, 7 here in the fourth. That tallies 35. And let's get to 35 another way. Lopez, 7 in the first, 14 in the second, 7 in the third, and now 7 here in the fourth. Kickoff time for the Lobos. This is an onside kick attempt. And it's fielded by the Gators. Coaching staff spotted something over my left-hand side. I'm up here right next to the Gator coaching staff, and they called that from here. You could hear them calling out down to the field. Move some guys in the right position. And the Gators are able to recover that. And now the Gruya Gators offense back on the field, and they have not been stopped here in the second half. Scoring on every drive. Short field to work with again as this drive starts at their own 49. Sanchez with 3 rushing touchdowns, takes a snap, hands it off. It's Vega. And Vega's spun down. Down he goes. Big play that time made by Vicente Briceño Ochoa. And that's a rare loss of yardage on a carry by Jason Vega. You got to go all the way back to the early in the first quarter when they dropped him for a 5-yard loss on a carry. Since then, averaging better than 7 yards on the ground each time he touches the ball. At that time, Jason Vega lost 2. We're inside 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Gruya Gators with the ball from their own 47. Sanchez going to throw right side. A high pass caught by De La Garza. De La Garza's wrapped up and thrown to the ground. Pass was completed, but that was covered well by the Lobos. And now it's 3rd down and 10 yards, make it 12 yards to go. You want a first down of the Gruya Gators, you got to get it inside the Lopez 42. Ball sets at their own 47. 3 receivers left side, a single receiver over here to the near side of the field for the Gators. Sanchez hasn't had to throw much. He's in 3rd and long now. Rolls out. Looking. Waiting. Delivers. Pass is caught. That's a first down for the Gators at the 40. What a nice delivery. That's a tough pass. On the catch is Ryan Cifuentes. And watch Cifuentes wait and get open. But again, this is not an easy pass to make. For Cifuentes, that's his first catch. Clock running. New set of downs for the Gators. Now inside the Lobos 40 at the 38. with 6:30 and counting here in the fourth. Gators on a first down. Sanchez to Vega. Vega makes a man miss, got to the 32. That's just about an average carry for him on the night. Credited for 6. Actually, he's averaging a little better than that each time he carries the ball. We'll go under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Want to talk about timeouts? Well, you may be needing those later. Lopez has all 3 of theirs. Gators have 2 remaining. When did I say it? About a minute into the third quarter, this game could very well come down to the last team that has their hands on the ball with a chance to win it. Gators have to use a timeout. That's their second. They have 1 remaining. Back with the rest of this drive after this.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
There's the football sitting at the 32-yard line of the Brownsville Lopez Lobos. Someone asking, where is Brian Bautista? He would be wearing number 73 out there for the Gruya Gators. Been trying to scan this huddle as they break out. A, I don't see him in the mix of the offensive unit on the field right now. B, I don't see him on the sideline. So my answer is I don't know. Second down for the Gators after the timeout. Here's Vega again. He'll get thrown down, but he'll still gain 6 and get another first down for the Gators. 5:30 remaining. Felipe Garcia said he should be here. I say that all the time when I'm here at Sam Stadium. It's just a great place to come watch a game. I know we broadcast these games, and that's for the fans that can't make it. But if you get a chance, come down to Sam Stadium, and it's just a great environment. Always hospitable. And on a Thursday night, no better place to be. First down for the Gators. Inside 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, it's Vega. Stays on his feet, got through 2 tacklers. Vega may score. 10-5, touchdown. Again, it's Vega for the 3rd time of the night. Second, third, and fourth effort by Jason Vega. And the Gruya Gators in control of the lead yet again here tonight. 3 touchdown runs for Vega. 4:45 to go. There was an injury on the play as well. They're attending to one of the players for the Lobos. I want to remind you, we'll be back here tomorrow night, Harlingen South in town. Those Hawks will be trying to get on track. As they take on Brownsville Rivera. Scheduled for a 7 o'clock kickoff here. Other games we're carrying tomorrow night included Port Isabel at Brownsville Veterans. Now that's not a game here at Sam's. That's over at Brownsville Veterans. San Benito at Mission Veterans, that's our game of the week. La Jolla at Los Fresnos, we'll have that game for you. Hebronville at Lyford, we'll be there for that. Mercedes at La Feria, we got that. John Paul II at H.M. King, we got that. One we won't have tomorrow that we originally had scheduled was Laredo LBJ at Economides. Fans wondering where the Coastal Bend games are. Yes, we've got some coverage going on at H.M. King. And then because of the way the districts play out, Hebronville is in the mix tomorrow night. John Paul II is in the mix. But we spent a lot of time and resources with the CCISD schools. Covered 70% of their games for 2 years and never once got any marketing backing or anything regarding sponsorship from CCISD. They elected to go another direction, and it was a lack of the marketing that allowed us not to continue to expand in the Coastal Bend. Would I like to? Absolutely. I've got systems. Certainly we could find crews to get active in the Coastal Bend. Right now, we're in the RGV tonight. 42-35. Gruya Gators on top. They'll kick off.
We envision that San Perlita ISD will help our students acquire the necessary knowledge, communication, and problem-solving skills through a variety of educational and social experiences to become productive citizens in our global society. Be a part of the change to help create a community where we guide each other to our unlimited potential.
Plan your escape.
We're at Sam Stadium here on a Thursday night, and in conjunction with BISD and their terrific camera work and the crew that puts together their broadcast. Just steadfast quality across the board, all those instant replays, the switching and transitions going in and out of the content. Makes my job real easy to sit back and just talk about it. Kickoff by the Gators. Fielded by the Lobos out across the 20 to 25 to the right sideline to the 30 and more out across the 42-yard line. Eddie Slovak on the return. And now with 4:39 to go in the fourth quarter, the Lopez Lobos once again staring up at a 7-point deficit. It never got beyond that as these teams just literally seesawed with the lead into this fourth quarter. Here come the Lobos on a run, and that's blown up on a tackle made by Raul Galvan. Tried to run wide, and that one ends up losing 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 15 for Lopez. Someone asked who I got winning. I said it a couple times. I think the last team with their hands on the ball has got a chance to win this one. They'll look to throw. Pass is caught. So nearly picked off. They'll call it an incomplete pass. And there's a man on the spot again, Raul Galvan, making a play as a coverage man out there on the intended pass in the direction of Angel Ramirez. 3rd down and 15. Even 4 left in this fourth quarter. 4 minutes to go. Lobos converted a couple of times on 3rd and long in their last drive out, resulting in points. Need a big play here on 3rd and 15. Cortinez looks. High lofting pass, right sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. And Cortinez that time was expecting Gabriel Rios to pull off an electrifying type of a catch. And now it's 4th down. And now if you're Lopez, you're staring at a big uphill climb. You haven't stopped the Gators at all here in the second half. The decision is to punt the ball. But they're putting an awful lot of trust on this defense to get in there and make a stop. Right now the Gators have no one back to return this punt. And the Lobos will have to burn a timeout now. Will they need that later? They had 3. It's down to 2. Will they punt or will they draw up a 4th and 15? Find out right after this.
Both. Sun rises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
We're the St. Joe Bloodhound Cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live!
Didn't take long for Lopez to talk it over on that timeout. They do keep the punting team on the field. Gruya has no one back to return the punt, as they are bunching up in the middle of the field defensively. Lobos on 4th and 15. Good snap. Punter will get the kick away. Again, there's no one back there, so whatever it rolls for the Lobos is positive on their end on the net yardage. Rolls out at the 30. And now I talked about the last team to have the ball had a chance to win. Well, in this case, the Gators do. And they can do so without scoring. All they have to do is run out the clock. And the way they've been handling the ball on the ground, 295 yards on the ground by Gruya. And that is 8 yards a carry on 37 carries, 295. 6 rushing touchdowns. And when you just want to run out 344, make your opponent burn their final 2 timeouts, recipe for the Gators is good. 3:44 left here in the 4th. High snap, handoff, and not much there on that carry. Maybe a yard for Vega. He was hit hard. Went in high. Got met. And a short yard gain of 1. Charlie 23 says Gators gonna win. All right, there's your prediction. Clock running, 3:18 to go here in the 4th quarter. Those Gators are up by 7 at 42-35. Lobos trying to get a stop. They haven't had a turnover yet in this game. 2nd down and 9. We'll go under 3. Handoff, no quarterback keeper. This is Sanchez. He's got room. Knocked down as he gets across the 38 to about the 39-yard line. So that's short of a 1st down by about a yard. For Sanchez, 15 carries, 89 yards on the ground. 3rd and a short 1 for the Gruya Gators. Now, earlier in this game, there were some negative plays. Sanchez was hit in the backfield for a loss, tackled for a loss. Vega's been tackled for a loss a couple of times, but for the most part, anything they needed on the ground, they got. 2:20 to go. Sanchez takes a snap, hands it off. That's a 1st down and a bunch more as Vega gets all the way out to the 48. Jason Vega, 160 yards on the ground, 3 rushing touchdowns. Clock running after they spot the ball. 2:06 and counting. Lopez has 2 timeouts. Gators in no hurry. The play clock is at 15 as they're looking to the sideline. They'll break out of the huddle with 10 to go. And take the snap with 2 to go. It's Vega again. Into Lobo territory as he'll gain 4.5 more. And now the Lobos will have to start burning those timeouts. 2nd of 3 used up. Minute 38 to go. Gruya will snap another one after this.
Escucha. Prontísimo. Flexible.
Insurance for all your needs.
Barato.
You say you just got a new boat. Come on by and we'll give you a free quote.
Prontísimo.
Okay, who's singing? Me or you? Hello?
Accesible.
Ask your agent how you can start saving with Pronto. Best price in town.
Bring it back here. These timeouts being used by the Lopez Lobos. And it's second down, and call it 6 yards to go for the Gruya Gators. And those ads that you're seeing are a direct result. Is everything we do is free. There's no charge to the fans, no charge to schools. After that, it's not free. We got to get announcers in place. Equipment isn't free. All of the broadcasting software, the streaming rights, all of that stuff. And so we rely on the ads 100%. If you're seeing some ads you like, make sure you, at the very least, take note and tell the people thank you by giving them a call or visiting them. Here's a play for the Lobos, and that's a running play for Andrew Sanchez, and he looks like he's got enough for a first down. And by doing that, that should seal the deal for the Gruya Gators. Lopez burns a timeout. That's their final timeout with 1:30 to go. That means that the Gruya Gators can sufficiently or efficiently run out this clock. Taking a knee. Coaching staff over here to my left-hand side still has their headsets on. They've been kind of biting their nails at times over here. They just kept seeing big play after big play after big play. Their offense did a terrific job, especially in the second half, of moving the ball downfield. We're never stopped in this second half by the Lopez Lobos. All that happened was the Lobos were able to respond and score, with the exception of one drive. And that drive now separates the two teams in a 7-point game. No more timeouts left for Brownsville Lopez, and the Gruya Gators, who have churned up 367 yards. Again, they've only outgained the Lobos by 5 yards in total offense, but 329 yards all on the ground. Execute a couple of snaps here. Sanchez takes a knee. And the clock will run. 1:25 and counting. Gators will have to take another couple of snaps. Play clock at 30. It'll go under a minute before they have to take another snap. As again, this game is in the books as long as Gruya doesn't fumble the ball. It was a good effort by both teams. Gruya Gators responded in the second half here by scoring every time they had the ball. This last time they don't have to score. They got a couple of crucial first downs. Sanchez takes a knee. And they haven't started the play clock. Yeah, they did. So there's just 2 seconds between the play clock and game clock, meaning that Gruya will have to take one more snap on this third down play. Ball at the 50. Gators are already up to the line. They can wait a while before they take the snap. They do take the snap anyway. Take a knee, and that's going to do it. They'll let the clock run out. Welcome to the postgame show and the Gruya Gators celebration show on the road, coming from Stark County to Cameron. And in Brownsville, they'll capture a 42-35 win. Our player of the game for Gruya, I'm going to give it to Jason Vega. 22 carries, 164 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And he'll get our Economy Awards Player of the Game award for the Gruya Gators. That's going to do it for our broadcast. Hope you enjoyed it. Got a lot of places to go next 24 hours. By the time it's all said and done, I'll be sitting right back here and talking about the Rivera Raiders and the Harlingen South Hawks, with many stops in between. KBSD is the location for the games going here in Brownsville on their Channel 17. You see the cameras go black. That means they're ready to go home. I'll sign off. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. Final score 42-35. Till next time, I'm Joe Bowling for Real Sports Live. See ya.